Hello guys, this is Tronics Energy. We are at episode 2 of our DVD tray CNC. Here is our DVD tray and we are going to make it run like a CNC. So that's what we are working on. Right now we're just basically working on the circuitry which will be enabling which will be controlling the motor itself. So today we have a very simple circuit on a breadboard. Yesterday, as you can remember, we learned about an NE555 in 3 different modes. We have A-stable, bi-stable, and monostable. So here today, as you can see, we have an A-stable multi-vibrator, just goes on and off, produces square wave. And the speed of oscillation can be controlled by a potmeter right here, which you can see, and also a capacitor. So the value of this capacitor also determines the frequency. If I use a lower value, then it's going to increase. If I use a greater value than this, then it's going to go slower. Yes. Then the output comes to this program counter. So this is the clock and this is a program counter. So the function of the program counter here will be to count will be enabling circuits which are going to control this motor. So you can look at it. For those, I know there are a lot. I know there are programmers here, and you understand how programs run and how compiler checks if different lines and assigns different instructions according to what those lines tell the machine to do. So here we have a program counter, and every single output will be telling or will be communicating to different circuits which will be driving this motor. So this will be enabling the circuits to drive this motor according to how the circuits are programmed. Yes. So what we are using for that circuit here is a CD4017 decade counter. It has 10 outputs, that's why it's called a decade counter. But I'm only using 5, as you can see. The reason that's because we don't want a very robust thing or a very big thing. We just want to start simple, then maybe we can improve in the future, or maybe you can improve if you find this circuit interesting. Maybe you can improve yourself at home. Yes. So as you can see, with every clock pulse, it drives the output from one to another. The reason as to why you can see it staying off is because it has 10 outputs, and it has to count those 10 outputs in order for it to start all over again. And that's a problem because we want to design a circuit to only have 5 instructions, so only 5 outputs. So what we can do, because we have 5 outputs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we can use the 6th output from the IC to reset the IC itself. So the 6th output is usually number 1. So we're going to use number 1 to reset the IC, and immediately it finishes the last instruction, it's going to start from 1 again. But right now, immediately it finishes, it continues counting up to number 10 for it to start all over again, and that's a problem. So what we are going to do, just going to take from pin number 1 to the reset to reset it once the pin is high. So that's what you're going to do. So let me just connect it. Okay. Now let's note the difference and see. As you can see, immediately if it finishes, it starts all over again from number 1. So that's what we want, because we want to design a circuit only to count 1 to 5, then comes back to 1. So that's how you design a circuit. If you could want it to count only up to number 3, then number 4 will be resetting the circuit. If you wanted it to count up to number 5, then number 6 will reset the circuit. And that's what we have done. So basically right now we are okay. So next up, we are going to start going to start making different set of instructions which are going to be enabled by this program counter. So the function of a program counter is only to enable. Then the different circuits which you make, they are the ones which are going to drive the motor, because they have different instructions. Like the first one can be go in front 2 seconds, second one can be go back 3 seconds, the third one can be come in front full and go back full, then the fifth one can be move slowly, then go back here. So different configurations according to how you want your motor to run, you can just do them. But here we are doing them manually, not like in a program. You just program then the circuit does the rest, the compiler does the rest. Here you have to do it manually. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to show you today. I hope you have learned something. Next time we are going to do that what I've said, and we are going to move on from that. So thank you very much guys for watching. Please subscribe to Tronic Synergy. If you have any questions, you can just ask. I'll be glad to answer you. So yeah, hope to see you next time. Goodbye.